and if you're going to feel like you're living and breathing what you're promoting and what you believe in, and it's a good way to kind of keep habits. And what I really liked with not only Nick and kind of his experience in getting on a team, and then hearing like you said what Jason was thinking, and then kind of going to Patrick Woods and what he's doing with his KW group, where he's really philosophically and strategically trying to do a lot of the same things that I know I'm focused on and we're focused on, as far as creating simple, dummy proof, for lack of a better way of putting it, ways to implement some of these tools so that it's really easy to get started. It's really easy to get it going, and allow the brain to focus on being authentic, allow the brain to be creative and be yourself, as opposed to I'm focused on trying to make this thing work or get it going, which is actually a completely different brain space than sitting and thinking about something cool or fun to create. And so it's fun to hear where everybody's at with it and the thinking, and then how it, of course, it all comes back to how do we provide value to our partners and our customers in the end, and connect. So this ongoing conversation around that, and then how do you do that when you start thinking 2026 business planning? Because we're right now in that time of year where I think it's super obvious when you talk to people. Are they wound up, energized? You can see the wheels are turning because they are in 2026 business planning mode, or are they starting to check out because they're thinking about the upcoming holidays and the holiday season and the wind down, and they're not focused on finishing strong and making sure that they hit the ground running in 2026. There's a very distinct kind of mindset that you can tell when you talk to people. So what are you guys thinking about right now? What are you working on to start planning and prepping, and what are some strategies that you use for getting your business planning together for the following year?
For myself, I'm really kind of transitioning all my social media to be more authentic, because we keep hearing the word authentic, and I think some of the things I've not done right has been trying to be too perfect in a video. Perfect makeup, perfect hair. But if you notice viral videos, especially on TikTok, it's people that just woke up, really. Yeah. Those are the ones going viral. So I'm really going to work on that, and then to shorten my content even more. I think people's attention spans are even less. And then knowing that I'm going to talk TikTok for a little bit. On TikTok, you only go on the For You page, and they only push it out if a viewer watches 33% of that video. So if they watch over 33% of that video, they'll push it out to a bigger audience. So the longer your video, you understand what I'm saying? The harder it is to get that For You page. And remember, when you get pushed to the For You page, those are people who don't know you.
That's right.
These are new people that are potential followers. So I'm going to shorten my content, make it tighter and more authentic. I'm going to do that on all my platforms, I think, this year.
Sure.
And then to get uncomfortable, getting uncomfortable means growth. And so I am going to try some new things. We'll see how that goes. Stay tuned for that.
Yeah. We'll hold you accountable.
But I know you
That'll
will.
Be fun.
Yeah, and really, targeting and working with people that share my same views. Like, I really think if they're not embracing AI, if they're not embracing social media, that might not be a great partner for me. So I'm going to be more cognizant of working with people that are into the systems that I want to get better at.
Absolutely. Well, and again, I feel like I'm bringing it. I feel like it's a recap episode for us today, but bringing it back to our guests that have been on here. And again, it's that same kind of thing of we've authentic. So you have your authentic self. You have your meeting someone that you can be belly to belly with, that business that we learned from Katie. And it's like, you're aligning with all these people. We have someone like Jason, where it's like, hey, he's going down this AI. This is a route that I want to go down. This is information that I want to get more. Let me align with someone like that. And so having just this podcast and being behind the scenes has been so enlightening and empowering, because we're sitting down with people that wouldn't normally sit down and say, hey, be your most authentic self. Be in a situation where you're the most uncomfortable, where you in front of a camera with lights and with a microphone in your face. Tell us everything that you think about everything. And people's their walls come down, and then they are who they are. And you're like, oh, I'm learning from someone.
It's refreshing.
It's amazing. It really is. It's been such a fun, part of my week to be able to do this and to learn and to hear and see all these individuals doing very different things in a very unique yet similar way with similar attributes like authenticity, getting out of their comfort zone, just branching out, trying something new. I think Jason had, made a post after the podcast on his social media saying that he had done his second ever podcast in the same week, and it was ours, and it was like, he did a great job. You wouldn't know that, but it was refreshing to see and us to be a part of. And so it's been a really cool thing to see, not to move away from the business planning, but part of, tagging on,
for sure,
aligning with what you're saying.
And I think the more uncomfortable you get, and then you accomplish it. And I think Jason was a speaker. He hates public speaking, but he had just finished a big public speaking event, and he grew so much from here to here.
Yeah.
You could just see it with his confidence level.
Yeah.
So yes, the more uncomfortable you get, and then you accomplish it, the stronger you become.
Right.
Well, I think that, for me on that what you guys are saying in terms of the commentary, my brain in terms of strategically moving, Big Valley Mortgage forward, companies forward, leading salespeople in a direction, creating specific target points and value props. There's no quick and easy way to build a plan that's of any value or of any meaning, and it's going to actually produce anything overly successful in a short order. And it requires this way of thinking that involves, first off, being very clear on the overall goals in terms of not just numbers, but things like you're saying, like increased adoption, increased usage, getting in the areas that are important from a overarching branding and success space, like social and web and community events, and then coming up with, I think, a list of your goals, of the things that you're going to do, is what a lot of people do in business planning. But what usually falls short is the actual really grounded foundational and tactical ways you're going to execute that, right? And then figuring out how to delegate that. And on a company level, I think it's easy for people to envision delegation, shared mindsets where, hey, we're aligned in things, but you're stronger in this, and you can do that very efficiently and effectively. You're an expert. You're going to take this and we're going to consolidate. So for me, there's a tremendous amount of power in like looking at the top of the mountain and then starting to figure out how we're taking step after step and addressing the challenges and having the time to navigate it. What I want to start seeing personally within the realm of everyone that we touch and to encourage people that are business planning is you have to do that as an individual too, where you actually have to think about what should I be looking at delegating based on my assessment of my goals, and what are things that now, whether it's the use of AI like we're talking about, or aligning with people who fill in the blanks in the areas that you, in an honest assessment, can say, that's probably the one area where I'm going to fall short this year. Like, I don't love that. I don't do that well. That takes me a long time. I have to learn how to do that. And really diagnosing it. That's a process I love. And I think, having planned with loan officers and real estate agents for nearly 20 years, most of the time there's not that honest look at what am I really going to commit to and follow through with. There's an ambitious, I planned it, and then all that stuff comes out later.